Every day, you can name a ton of things that you get done, but when you zoom out, you can tell that you're not getting any closer to your goals. There are 2 reality checks that I use with my clients so they can keep first things first while they accomplish what's most important. So in this video, I'm going to show you what they are and exactly how to use them without disappointing the people that depend on you. Sacrifices must be made, but not all sacrifices are bad. The first and most important thing is to know who is most important. Who might seem obvious, but if you actually inventory where you're putting your time, where you're putting your attention, you might find that what you say and where you're allocating things is actually different. So in this moment, who do you say is most important? Is it you? Is it your partner, your kids, your boss, your coworkers, your best friends? Actually survey this and rank order them as best as you can. When you do this, if you name more than 6 people, that's your first red flag. Having many most important people is a great way to actually make yourself the most important person because you're implicitly saying that all of these people depend on you. Meanwhile, you're spread too thin to actually give them any of the support that they need to thrive. Now survey your time to see where it goes and determine who fits into this bucket of the most important. Open your calendar and look at what you've been doing in the most recent weeks and also in the weeks to come to see where it actually goes. Do you say that your wife is most important, and then meanwhile, when you have free time, you spend all of it playing video games? Or are you going to tell me that your kids are in that space of the most important, but meanwhile, you're going to drop everything at a moment's notice to go take care of your aging parents? We're not doing this to induce shame or defensiveness. All we want here is an accurate view so we can make moves from what actually is. If you say that your kids are most important, but then most of your time is actually going to taking care of your mom, then that is a different strategy than saying that your kids are most important and actually a lot of your time is going to your kids and you feel really great about that. At the very least, the intention here is to name who you'd say are your most 3 or 4 important people and then see across this coming month where your time, energy, and attention actually go. Remembering that the thing that matters most here is gaining an accurate view. Once you're really clear about your who, the second most important thing to do is to start saying no to things that do not positively impact who those people are. Ideally, knowing who is most important will give you a very easy why for saying no to the things that you should be. I'd love to get drinks tonight, but Thursdays are when I stay in and hang out with my son. Thanks for inviting me climbing. I'm going to pass since I don't have enough space in my life to add a new hobby while I'm finishing this project. People accept reasons like this way easier than ones that basically amount to no because I don't want to. When you're saying no to something, if you can speak from a very clear why, it's way easier to swallow. It doesn't feel as personal. If you're working really hard and still getting no closer to your goals, you need to be doing more than saying no to new things. You also need to be sunsetting things that are in your life presently that are clearly not on your critical path towards the things you want to accomplish, or towards taking care of the people who are most important to you. Some things can and should be dropped immediately, such as a toxic relationship or a marathon that's coming up next month that you haven't trained at all for. The things I'm talking about here are ones where you are still embedded in something that is depending on you. We don't want to just abandon it, but to find a way to, with integrity, separate ourselves while taking care of ourselves and other people in the process. If you know your job is draining you and that you're not going to be sticking around with it, then a thing you could consider is to give 6 months notice, let everyone know that you're going to be leaving, and start a process of training somebody up to replace you while documenting esoteric knowledge. If you're handling your parents' assets after they moved into an assisted living facility, then crush that thing, get it done so you can be done and free with it and allocate that energy elsewhere. The high-level strategy here is to crush or hand off one-offs, meanwhile making a nice gradual exit path for things that really already depend on you. The point of sunsetting is to free up capacity and then say no to new things so that capacity doesn't get taken up again. You know who is most important, so now you can decide what is most important to do because it impacts those people, including yourself. The things that don't impact those people are sunset, and you say no to new things when you can't spare the capacity. My whys are myself, my wife, and my future kids. Being razor sharp about this has helped me say no to going to parties and gatherings that I don't much care about, while instead prioritizing one-on-ones with the people I'd be going to those parties to see anyway. And it's also helped me play less games and start this YouTube channel. If you're clear about who your whos are, but you don't know what to be prioritizing, watch this one next.